When is the right time to retire the profits? And when we do, where should we be reinvested? Ethereum or altcoins with good scores? How do you proceed? Okay, so basically, when to take profits and should we reinvest into Ethereum and other altcoins with good scores? Okay, I guess, Forrest, what's your profit taking strategy?
Yeah, so going back, there's all sorts of signals for taking profits, right? Going back to the V chain chart that I had pulled up, right? It can be as simple as being at the top of a channel and wanting to take some short-term profits and having a good exit strategy. Okay, we're pressing up against the top of this channel. That means there's a high likelihood that V chain does come back down a little bit. So a little bit of it's going to be TA, but for me personally, a lot of it is based off of Bitcoin's movements in the bull market. Now, I use something that I call margin buying pressure levels, and that's trying to predict the psychological behavior of margin traders. And that's maybe we can put a video out on that exact strategy on YouTube another time. But the idea is I'm trying to time key support and resistance levels in Bitcoin's price, knowing that Bitcoin is the leading indicator of the rest of the market. Now, occasionally altcoins do decouple from Bitcoin, and we see altcoin dominance run up, and we do tend to see that towards the end of a Bitcoin market cycle. But for the most part, if Bitcoin crashes 30%, it's bringing the rest of the market down with it. So I'm actually heavily focused on the Bitcoin chart to tell me when it's a good time to take profits. My next big key levels for Bitcoin are I think there's going to be significant resistance in the zone between $75,000 and $86,000. And that's where I plan on taking profits. I'll probably be taking profits into DAI. And I saw a question about Alchemix and asking our thoughts on Alchemix. I actually plan to take a significant portion of my profits, throw it into Alchemix, where you deposit your DAI and you start earning 12.5% through the Urine Finance Vault. And then you can take out a 50% loan against that deposited DAI, right? So let's say you drop $10,000 into Alchemix. You start earning 12.5% on that, and that 12.5% yield goes to paying off your 50% loan. So then you take out $5,000, and guess what you can do with that $5,000? You can do anything you want. So I actually plan to take out some profits in stable coins, put those into Alchemix, earn 12.5% yield through Urine Finance, and then with my loan from Alchemix, I'm going to be looking to buy a dip. If Bitcoin drops 30% and brings altcoins with it, I'm going to be looking to buy a dip with that, extra 50% loan that I'm getting through Alchemix. So that's my personal strategy. That's not going to be for everybody, but that was the question. So a little bit more, it might be considered an advanced strategy, but it's something that I'm heavily looking into.
All right, thank you, Forrest. And Bill is back. Bill, what's your strategy or any tips in terms of when to take profits and when to reinvest?
One thing I tell people all the time on this stream, and I don't mind repeating myself, is that, whether you're new or you're an advanced trader, if you look at your P&L on a particular trade and you go, my God, that's a lot of money, or my God, I can't believe what this thing has done, that is usually your internal mechanism telling you to sell. You can sell part of your holdings all the way up. No one ever sells the top. There's some sort of myth in this altcoin cycle that there's such a thing as selling the top. And if you don't sell the top, you failed. That is absurd. You can sell along the way, pay yourself. Congratulate yourself for doing a good trade. Also, you do not have to sell all of your position. Forrest has made, a living defining targets on the upside for big coins like Bitcoin that he uses to then turn around and take profits in the rest of his portfolio. Regardless of what system you use, try to use a system, try to use some common sense in paying yourself and knowing that you're going to want to take money off the table and perhaps hold something that you truly believe in for, say, a longer term trade where you won't be upset if it gyrates 30%. Now, we always say that on the show. We always talk about, oh, don't worry, I'll hodl. And if it goes to zero in a bear market, I'll just sit every day and look at it at zero like this and be okay with the fact that I had a 5X and then it went to zero. And I had to look at that for 2 years. Don't kid yourself. You can hold some of your position. You can and should let winners run, but I would not, just because I had a profitable trade, say I'm holding forever. Guys who can do that are people who bought at 10 cents and then it goes to $20. They can hold forever. But if it's at $20 and you bought it at 15 and it goes to 25, okay, you consider managing your risk and rewarding yourself if you're correct. You can always keep some for a moonshot, but over the long term, especially when you're either trading with a percentage of your portfolio or you're running a portfolio, you will do well to rebalance and reward yourself for good ideas.
All right. Thank you, Bill. Yeah, I fully agree with Forrest and Bill in terms of taking profits. If you have to ask that question, you probably want to take some profits. Now, the other part of the question, should you reinvest that into Ethereum or into altcoins with good scores? Now, for us, I would say for me personally, I only invest in altcoins with good scores based on technology, based on token metrics, based on our engineers going through and actually looking at the actual code. Because at the end of the day, if you're putting money into it, you have to make sure that it has a good score. Otherwise, why are you putting money into it? Unless you're trading or speculating. In that case, me personally, I put less than 1% of my portfolio into it. But if I'm going to invest into something for the long term, I want to make sure that when the music stops playing, I'm holding a good project that's solid, that will still be around in 5 years. So definitely recommend only investing in projects with good scores.
Token Metrics is a cryptocurrency investment platform that helps users leverage machine learning to become better crypto investors. Our in-depth analysis helps eliminate the emotions of investing, find profitable investment opportunities, and filters out scams. Learn more at tokenmetrics.com.